Good afternoon, welcome to VANIK-IAS, and we will discuss current affairs of July 9 and July. And first, we will discuss objective questions. Consider the following statements with regard to Rohini Commission. Recently seen in the news, Rohini Commission, it is related to backward classes. Right? Rohini Commission, it was established under 340, Article 340 of the Constitution, that is regarding backward classes. Article 340. Article 340 says the president can may timely establish a new commission to observe the development of backward classes. Then, what is in news? Yes, which of the following statements are references of Rohini Commission? Inequitable distribution of benefits of reservation among the castes or communities, including broad category of OBCs, with reference to such classes, including central list. Yes. Unequal distribution of benefits reservation among the castes or communities, including broad category of OBCs, with reference to such classes, including central list, suggests mechanism, criteria, norms, parameters in a scientific approach of subcategorization of OBCs. Why it is essential? Because there 27% are given the reservation and not all the OBCs are given reservation. So subcategorization in OBC is essential, and there is also a provision of creamy layer in which certain section of people who have a certain income, they are not given the benefits of reservation. That's why it suggests mechanism, criteria, norms, and parameters for scientific approach. Then, to study various entities in the central list of OBC and recommend correction of any repetitions, ambiguities, inconsistencies, and errors of spelling or transcription. This is related to Rohini Commission, right? Next. So all the statements are right here. To study entities in the central list of OBCs, recommend corrections, ambiguity, inconsistencies, to suggest mechanism, criteria, norms, and parameters, and to address the inequitable distribution of benefits or reservation among the castes or communities included in categories of OBCs. Right. So all those statements are right with reference to references of Rohini Commission. Rohini Commission is established under Article 340 uh, to observe the development of other backward classes or OBCs. Next. Next. With reference to Derek storm, consider the following statements. They are storm confined to only tropical region, which are not correct. No, this is wrong. It is seen in primarily in United States. Right. It is seen in United States, and it is also seen in Germany, Finland, Bulgaria, Finland, Bulgaria region or Poland region. It is also seen. So it is whenever you see only, then statements are usually wrong. It is mostly occur in the central and eastern United States. Mostly occur in central and eastern United States. Eastern US United States of America. So this first statement is wrong. Right. They are frequently occur as compared to other storm systems like tornadoes and hurricanes. Like tornadoes and hurricanes, they frequently occurs. Now they do not occur frequently. Otherwise, would have been know their name, right? As it is, so as it is not frequently. That's why I don't know its name by simple logic. They are categorized as progressive, serial, and hybrid. Yes, this categorization is into three types. This is right. What is progressive Dereco? It is progressive means short line. Progressive Dereco means it is short line thunderstorm, right? Short line runner and narrow path. This is progressive. But serial Derico storm, it is especially generally, it is extensive wide. It is extensive wide. It's not narrow, and it is long line thunderstorm travel across a large area. Serial occurs during spring and progressive occurs during summer, right? And there is another type of hybrid, that is the which has both features of progressive and serial uh, Derico storm. So one only three option is the right option. One and two are not correct. So one and two options are right. One not are not correct are one and two only. So A is the right option. So it's a storm in United States. Okay, drug called sabizabulin. Sabizabulin is a drug. It is used. It is generally used for cancer. Why it was a news? Because it was also useful in COVID-19. That's why sabizabulin has been used. Cancer, which is a cancer drug. With reference to United Nations Convention on Rights of the Child, consider the following rights. Which of the above are the rights of the child? First is right to development. Yes, every right has right to development. Right to expression, it must express. Right to recreation, that means other types of activities like singing, dancing. All these have the rights of the child. So one, two, three, all these statements are right. Based on the various government, they should make their policies, right? So one, two, three, all the options are right regarding rights of child according to United Nations Convention on Rights of Child. Consider the following statement with respect to protection of child from sexual offences, that is POSCO Act, POSCO Act 2012. POSCO Act 2012. The Act defines a child as any person below 18 years of age. Yes, below 18 years age is considered a child. The Act mandates the investigation in the cases to be completed within 2 months. In 2 months from the date of registration of affair, and trial is in 6 months. So this time limited is fixed. Investigation to be completed in 2 months and trial in 6 months. This is mandated under protection of child from sexual offences POSCO Act. That is, both the statements one and two are right. Then next, which the following statements is not correct? Hepatitis B is transmitted much like HIV is by body fluids. Transmitted by body fluids. It can transmit by body fluids. Usually, hepatitis B transmits from the mother to children as well. It's a viral infection. Hepatitis B, it is a viral infection, right? It commonly transmitted from mother to child during the childbirth, right? And it transmits by body fluid. And another thing is that primarily it is the primary cause of liver cancer. Hepatitis B, it causes the primary cause of liver cancer. Right? And World Hepatitis Day is celebrated in 28th July is called as World Hepatitis Day. Next, hepatitis B, unlike hepatitis C, does not have a vaccine. No, this is wrong. See, if a disease do not have, in general, by simple logic, it would have been news, right? It will not take a long time to create a vaccine for a particular disease. Uh, so hepatitis B, it has vaccine. Globally, a number of people infected by hepatitis B and C viruses seen several times more than those affected with HIV. Obviously, more than HIV, they are affected by hepatitis B. Some of those infected with hepatitis B and C viruses do not show the symptoms for many years. This is also true. So, if anything is not correct, then that is option B, which is the answer. Right? B is not correct. Traditional folk dance from Dhaf is in news, which belongs to Dhaf. Dhaf which belongs to, it is a Sambalpur dance, right? It belongs to Sambalpur. Dhaf dance. Sambalpur dance where both men and women participate. Both men and women participate in the Dhap dance. It is performed during the various ceremonies like in Nuakhai or marriage. The instrument is called also called a dhap. The instrument is called dhap. It is especially, it is, this dance is seen in case of Western Odisha, right? Okay, contingent reserve arrangement. Contingent reserve arrangement is a framework offered by BRICS. What is this framework contingent? It is BRICS. It was started in 2015. Contingent reserve arrangement or CRA. It is one type of providing financial assistance in case of economic crisis. If a particular country, right, if a particular country is going through economic crisis, then liquidity will be provided. Liquidity or money will be provided to a country which is facing economic crisis, which is facing economic crisis, right? Total 100 crore. Initial purpose was 100 crore, out of which 48 is given by China, rest 18 was given by India, Brazil, and Russia, and South Africa is given 5 crore, right? It is one type of substitution of IMF or World Bank. It is BRICS contingent arrangement. BRICS. The term Tihan is recently seen in the news. Which of the following it is? Tihan. This is, that means technology, innovation, hub on autonomous navigation. On autonomous navigation. Technology innovation hub on autonomous navigation is called as Tihan, right? It is it is inaugurated by Ministry of Science and Technology, right, in IIT Hyderabad. It is inaugurated by Ministry of Science and Technology in IIT Hyderabad. It is a fast autonomous navigation facility. It is fast autonomous navigation facility. Facility, right? Fast autonomous navigation facility. Okay, let's see the various Indian dance forms, famous dance forms. Okay. Remember, there are three types of main components of classical dances. First is Natya, and it is, yes, this is especially based on Indian classical dances are based on the Natya Shastra of Bharata Muni. Right? It is the based on Natya Shastra by Bharata Muni. Natya Shastra, which is written by Bharata Muni. There are nine rasas that are heroism, pathos, humor, anger, fear, disgust, wonder, and peace. There are nine rasas, and there are mainly there are three components. One is Natya component. Right? Natya component is the dramatic element of dance. It is dramatic element. Dramatic element of dance is called as Natya component. Then there is Nritya component. Nritya component is regarding dance movement. Dance movements are called as Nritya. Then Nritya. Nritya is expressional component. Expressional component. Expressional. Expressional component is the Nritya, in which mudras or gestures are mudras or gestures. Mudras or gestures are presented. This is Nitya component. These are all written in the Bharatmuni as written in Natya Shastra. Right. Then there are various classical dances of Odisha, of India. For example, Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam, it belongs to Tamil Nadu. It belongs to Tamil Nadu. Right. Then Kathak. Kathak is primarily seen in the northern India, right? In North India, we see Kathak. Then Kathakali. Kathakali, it is especially seen in Kerala. Right? Kathakali is seen in Kerala. And Kuchipudi. Kuchipudi, it is seen in Andhra Pradesh. It is famous dance of Andhra Pradesh. Then Mohiniyattam. Mohiniyattam. It also belongs to Kerala. Mohiniyattam belongs to Kerala. Then Odissi. Odissi. Odissi belongs to Odisha. And Satriya dance. Satriya dance, it belongs to Assam. Satriya dance. And Manipuri. Manipuri belongs to Manipur. Okay. So these are the traditional, the classical dances of India. So our discussion of objective questions completed here. We'll discuss some prelims facts and okay. First is Dereko. What is Dereko? The straight line storm, mostly commonly seen in the US, turned sky green recently. Turned the sky green recently. Straight line storm, commonly seen in the United States, that is Dereko. Dereko, according to US National Weather Organization, is a widespread, long-lived straight line windstorm associated with a band of rapidly moving showers or thunderstorm. It is associated with a band of rapidly moving showers or thunderstorm. The name is coming out of Spanish word derecha, la derecha, that is straight. Straight storm. Straight line storms are those with thunderstorms wind have no rotation like tornado. So there is no rotation like tornado. These storms travels hundreds of miles, cover a vast area. There is no rotation, right? They move in straight line path. Being a warm weather phenomenon, Dereko generally not always occurs during summertime. It occurs during summertime, beginning of May, and mostly it in the June and July. Mostly it happens during the summertime. It is a warm weather phenomenon, Dereko. Warm weather phenomenon. However, there is rare occurrences as compared to other storms systems like tornado or hurricanes. For a storm to be classified as Dereko, it must have wind gusts for at least 30 km per hour and wind damage swath extending more than 400 km. The time gap between successive wind damage events should not be more than 3 hours. Then we can call this at Dereko when its speed is more than 3993 km per hour and it is extending more than 400 km. The time gap between successive damage events should be less than 3 hours. Then we will consider it as a Dereko. It is primarily seen in the United States and also in certain other areas. Next, why did now next is why did the sky turn green during the Dereko that hit US United States recently? Severe thunderstorms result in a green sky due to light interacting with huge amount of water they hold. Right? Green sky. Why? Because light interacting huge amount of water they hold. That's why it terms green sky. There's a big that is the big raindrops in the and hail scatter all blue wavelengths due to which primarily blue lights penetrates below the storm cloud. The blue then combines with the red yellow of afternoon and evening sun to produce green. So especially this is due to scattering of blue wavelengths, right? After it penetrates the storm cloud. Are the different types of derecos? They fall into three types: progressive, serial, and hybrid. Progressive dereco is associated with a short line of thunderstorms that may travel over 100 miles. Right? Three types: progressive, serial, and hybrid. Progressive dereco, it is short line and it is occurs in summer season and relatively narrow path. But serial dereco, it has extensive squall line, wide and long, sweeping a large area, occurs during spring or fall. This is serial Derico. The hybrid Derico is the features having both the progressive and serial Dericos are called as hybrid Dericos. Where do the Dericos occur? The mostly occurs across the central and eastern parts of United States. Central and eastern parts of United States. And in May 2009, Super Derico was one of the most intense and unusual Dericos ever observed. It has speeds reaching up to 170 km/h. That means it has highly potential, highly It is potentially highly, it can create high devastation. Derrickos have also been documented elsewhere across the world. In 2010, Russia witnessed its first documented Derrico. Okay, yeah, Russia, it is also seen in Russia. It is throughout to Germany, Finland, and Bulgaria, Poland. In these regions also we see Derrico, right? Next is cancer drug causes risk of death in cancer patients. A newly published phase 3 report of drug savijabulin, right? Savijabulin, which is primarily developed for fight cancer, can shut down risk of death by 1 by 4th in patient hospitalized, moderate to severe in COVID-19. The study primarily efficacy endpoint looked all cause mortality, that is proportion of patients who died during of the day 60 compared to the placebo and interpreted reputation population. The key secondary endpoints look to the differences in the trial, placebo arms, in the days in the ICU, days on mechanical ventilation, days in hospital. Then they studied all these things and they find out that drug savijabulin, it is reducing the chances of death in case of COVID-19 treatment. Next. So the lectures end today. Like this video, share this video, and encourage us. Thank you.